Fox players, they just kind of lose that. It's not that it's a bad matchup, it's just very different.
Yeah, and I think that it's like, if you're a newer player, it's just like harder to get that experience as well because there's not as many players playing these mid tiers. Speaking of Fox against not mid tiers, we have Galen the Wise versus Unruly.
Oh, I love that down tilt. That was like the only thing that would hit there.
Yeah. So I believe Unruly is a BC Vancouver Marth player, if I'm not mistaken. And Galen the Wise is a, I think, NorCal and a Box Spacies player. I definitely see him streaming very, very often with Box ASMR. So should be a good set.
Yes, no, this should definitely be quite a good set. And really a very capable player just in general. This matchup, kind of something we have seen time and time again, and is really, I would say, sort of defining modern Melee in a big way. You know, we see Kevin messaging this in the chat about Unruly as a player. He's got a Peach, a Fox, a Falco, Marth, and Sheik all at BC PR level. And I have seen this guy play some of those characters, and he is so capable. And clearly his Marth is no joke either. Like, look at this set so far. Such a dominant lead. He just misses that barely.
I mean, he's lived up to 173 so far, and the perfect angle and the perfect ledge dash up smash. That is a rectangle player.
That is someone who respects that this is called the Galint Melee Open. Okay?
This is the Galint Melee Open. Here's why.
Yeah. But, you know, we're back to relatively low percents. Probably didn't mean to go for the forward air there, but Galen is getting a lot of kind of tempo control right now, sort of running over Unruly, and even manages to take the stock. So we are right back to even.
Really clean ledge grab. To take that stock. A lot of the time I see Fox kind of struggle against Marth in that situation, especially like lower mid-level ones, because there's so many mixes that Marth can do. But Galen definitely has enough knowledge to understand that and is able to just grab the ledge and understand like that mix-up that Marth's going to go for there.
No, absolutely. Like, I think if you are a lower level Fox player or Falco player and you're trying to edgeguard Marth, one of the most powerful options is just like refreshing invincibility and forcing Marth to kind of go for an option, because then he enters that situation where he has to commit to something, and he can still psych you out, but like it's about getting him in that situation in the first place.
Not the best angle, but gets back on stage actually. Doesn't grab the ledge. I think he was worried about Unruly doing an early up B and just holding center and shooting these lasers and preventing Unruly from getting in, getting some extra percentage. Because even if he loses the stock, just one up smash. And
oh my
God,
Galint
Melee Open. Names that, yo, Galint the Wise? Is this Galint the Wise?
Yeah, Galint the Wise, man. Holy crap.
Yeah, so really good stuff, honestly. I mean, Unruly's BCPR level, yeah, I feel like in those situations, you see the Marth usually taking those games, but Galen was ready. And you could see it. His Texco was perfect. He was hitting all of his confirms pretty well. He has a lot of Marth experience from what I'm seeing. So we'll see how this goes. And Marth takes him to battlefield. A pretty standard counter pick in this matchup. The edges don't really favor Fox very well. Can't really do as many of those crazy angles. And you have a really good side platform to do a lot of up air strings like the one we're seeing right now. And the side B up B, but
really missed it.
Goes the other way. I think that if he didn't do it to the left or was spaced a little bit differently, he could have gotten a kill there. But might get the kill anyway. We'll see. Respects the ledge.
Yeah, he has to respect it now. Like we have been seeing, of course, as we say that, goes tournament winner by accident. But we've been seeing so many great ledge dashes from Galint the Wise. We're seeing in chat is the term they're using, and I'm not surprised. We got Galint in the center of the stage. Shout out to Van City Primal for creating those stage skins. But I still wouldn't count Unruly out here. I think, you know, that was a set that looked really, really good from Unruly. And while Galen kind of got the best of him in the end, some of the punishes we've seen so far and just kind of move choices in general have been really, really clever from Unruly. And it's easy to look at Marth and go, wow, he did 5 up airs. But it's the timing of those up airs that really matter, you know? So
yeah. I think that a lot. We're seeing that Galen has a lot of matchup experience in here, and he's doing a lot of these mix-ups properly. He's getting his confirms down well. But at the end of the day, it's Marth Fox, and if Unruly is hitting his punishes, he can make life very, very miserable for the player.
Oh, absolutely. Like Marth just so powerful. Even just kind of the way he's positioning himself, where he'll cover like say 3 out of 4 options, and then be ready for the kind of 4th option to not kind of get clipped by it or not get counterattacked. Good forward smash as well. Kind of indecisive on the down tilt, but manages to close it out anyway. And this is a solid lead from Unruly right now.
Okay, so I've kind of seen this little thing about 3 times so far in the set. I kind of pointed out. So when Unruly is on the ledge, Galen kind of leaves the ledge immediately and just like runs to center stage to try to like edge guard, or like not to edge guard, but like to sort of ledge trap when Marth recovers to the ledge. I feel like if he were to, I guess, pressure the ledge a little bit more and make Unruly play the mix of like attacking from ledge, he would be doing, I guess, he'd be able to handle the ledge situation a little better, because from what I'm seeing, it's like Unruly notices that Galen is kind of running away to center stage immediately and is basically getting back to stage for free every single time, and I kind of want to see Galen pressure the ledge a little bit more.
Do you think that's a fear thing? Like oh, I don't want to get gimped off stage, I'll just kind of give him the ledge, or I'll keep center. Like, do you think that's what's going on?
It might be, and I know that some Foxes do that, will just give Marth the ledge for free, but I feel like you need to at least like play the mix-up game at least once to make Marth not feel like that they have a free ledge.
I absolutely think you have to. I think like one of the challenges with Marth is that like, yeah, there are some moments that are like really kind of favored or easier for Marth, and there are moments where, you know, Fox and Falco have to play really, really cleanly or they're going to lose that. But I don't think the way to deal with that is to just kind of back away from those moments, you know, like to just go, oh, okay, you know what, I'm just not going to even participate in this, because it actually gives Marth the advantage, at least in my opinion. You know, say, for example, you say, I'm not going to focus so much on covering ledge as aggressively. I'll let him come back and I'll like get the edge guard some other way. Well, you think Marth does that with you? Like, he gets the edge guard every time. You know, you can say, oh, it's easier that he can edge guard you or whatever, but like, I don't think you can kind of give him that luxury. And there we go. We see from Galint properly kind of edge guarding him. And that's not to say that Galen hasn't been doing that, but I agree with Dark Gen X here that like there have been moments where it seems like Galen feels content to just kind of back off a bit, and I just don't think that's the secret to the matchup at all.
Yeah, the thing is, like we've seen throughout the set, his edge guard game against Marth is actually pretty solid. It's like a lot of the time you don't want to run to the ledge when Marth is in the corner because you don't want to get like gimped. But if Marth isn't even on the stage, like you're not going to get gimped if Marth is off stage unless you like deliberately jump off. So I feel like you can definitely pressure the ledge in those situations a little bit more. I think Galen is like running to center stage a little bit too early.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like it's not a matter of like, oh, hey, we have Unruly Mewtwo King style ledge camping to kind of get a gimp. It's more like in the moments where you need to be a little kind of more committal, he is not doing that. And, you know, meanwhile, we see Unruly willing to commit there at a detriment to himself, but that could have easily been a stock. So I don't blame Unruly for going for that.
And we're up 3 stocks to 1. Galen the Wise doing a really, really good job at getting these gimps. And as I say that, Unruly firing back and getting one of his own.
Yeah, I think like, you know, that sequence we saw from Unruly earlier, where he kind of just SD'd to try to go for a gimp, those are the kind of things that when you miss those, you look like an idiot. And when you hit those, you look like a freaking genius. And so we saw oh, why did he go for that? He threw his stock away. But like that actually, I think from like a game theory risk management perspective is really smart. It's like, okay, I'm down 2. My opponent's pretty good, pretty capable, or maybe we're fairly evenly matched. How do I get back into it in a way that's like, you know, kind of take a big risk, get a big reward? And that's sort of what we saw there. And I think that's a good sign if you're an Unruly fan.